Hello and welcome back to another tech tip. Today we're going to be taking a look at Rehab and what we can do in the Spry space in that world. Now this is a tool that is governed by some of the consulting proprietary information, so if you are interested in seeing more, please reach out. I'll put my email below and you can reach out to me and I'll get you in touch with someone who can show you more or figure out where to go to from here. So what is Rehab within Spry? Well, we need two things to really show off the tools. I need a grid, probably of an end surface. I'm just going to take what's on my screen currently and just create that grid. I am using a grid spacing of 10. It doesn't really matter, but a little bit smaller than the default 20 is generally a good idea. Now that I have this surface, all I have to do is figure out how I'm going to actually smooth this. To do that, we have a couple of different polygons in this model. We can see on my left-hand side, I have this red one, which has a Rehab angle of 15 degrees, and on the right, I have one with 20 degrees. Both fairly high tolerances, and we're going to see what that really does to my solids. We can take a couple more different options. They don't have to be run one at a time. I can run one of these, then another, or I can have them overlapping to try and create whatever surface I'm looking for. Let's take a look again at our basic polygons, and then if I come up to the tool under the custom actions, I'm going to go ahead and create these Rehab surfaces. We can see it highlights the numbers there for me of the angles represented by these polygons, and it's asking me for an input surface. I'm just going to choose that. Now, when it tells us our iterations here, that's how many times it's going to run to try and smooth this out again and again, slowly improving. A number around 10, 15 is normally succinct, but you can obviously turn this up. There's more options under the advanced options, but we'll leave those for another day. When I click Run Iterations, this is going to go ahead and then create that surface for me. We can see kind of what it's tried to do, the different areas that it's smoothed out for me there. And it does actually give me a ratio up here, so I can see my cut, in this case, is slightly smaller than my fill. So if I'm happy with this surface, I can now see it represented there through this grid, and we can see any of these areas around the sides have all been smoothed out compared to my original surface where we did kind of have those bumps. So that's maybe the first step in what this tool can offer, and then the second is if we actually want to create some solids. Now, as Spry is an engine for scheduling, what we can do with those solids then is if I take a look at these, and obviously anywhere the green is will be my fill and the gold will be my cut. If I actually run this, it's going to write these to a table for me. So I have the different spacings here, the heights, and so if I go ahead and click Run, then now those solids are actually going to be saved into this destination and source table. So I don't just have to go and look at them on a table, I can actually use those to set up another scenario where now I can get my dozer to come in and actually doze these solids for me. There's a lot of upsides to this, but one of the key ones is that we actually have this last little piece of the script that runs when I run this model, and it asks me what is the push distance limit of that dozer. I don't need to go in and set up those advanced destination paths. It's actually going to understand this for me, and I can just hit run. Now, if I spin right to the end of this, it's going to give me a little bit more insight into some of these areas. We can see, obviously, even in this one where we had more cut than fill, I end up with a lot of space on the left side here that doesn't get filled, and I actually end up with a lot on the right that needs more places to go. So I can go back to those polygons now and I can actually understand that and try to work something out that works a little better. Simultaneously, if this is the best I can do for my pit, now I have an understanding of the costings that it's going to require to actually haul some of these areas to wherever they now need to go. So again, this is one of our consulting tools. If you are interested in knowing more, please do email me, get in touch, and I can set up more of a demo and we can talk through some of the ways that we can help you out.